这个故事如果你听起来不累，那么你的英语能力在美国日常生活是完全够用的，对别人表达自己的想法也是没有问题的。像学母语一样学英语，我们开始吧。
This is a story about a man named Gatsby, and some people said he was great. He wasn't a king, but his dream was huge, and his heart was full of a big, strong love for one special person. Every night, he'd look at a little green light far across the water, hoping his dream and this great love would bring her to his giant new house. Our story starts when a young man named Nick moved into a small house. It was right next to Gatsby's very big fancy house. These houses were on an island called West Egg. People who got rich fast lived in West Egg. Their houses were new and very big. Across the shiny water was another place called East Egg. Old, rich families lived there. Their houses were very big and had been there for a long, long time. Nick's cousin, Daisy, lived in East Egg with her husband, Tom. One day, Nick went to visit Daisy and Tom. Daisy was pretty. Her voice sounded like a soft song. She seemed happy, but sometimes Nick saw sadness in her eyes. Daisy's husband was Tom. He was big and strong. Tom liked to act important. He was not always nice. Soon, Nick learned that Tom had a secret friend in the city. This made Daisy sad. Daisy had a little girl. Daisy told Nick, "I hope my girl will be a fool. That's the best thing a girl can be in this world, a pretty little fool." Nick felt strange and a little sad when he heard that. From his small house, Nick often saw Gatsby. Gatsby would stand on his big lawn at night. He would look across the dark water at the little green light. Sometimes Gatsby stretched his arm out to the light. It was like he wanted to grab it. Nick did not know Gatsby yet. He only heard music and laughing from Gatsby's big parties. Then, one day, a man brought Nick a card. It was an invitation to one of Gatsby's parties. Nick had never seen a party like it. The house and yard were full of lights. Hundreds of people wore fancy clothes. Music played loud and happy. People danced and laughed. It was like a big, shiny dream. Nick felt a little lost. Then a man with a nice smile came to him. "You look like you were having fun," the man said. It was Gatsby. Gatsby was not like other rich people Nick knew. Gatsby listened when Nick talked. He made Nick feel important. Gatsby called Nick Old Sport. It sounded friendly. Gatsby had a hopeful look in his eyes. He always looked like something good was about to happen. A few days later, Nick learned Gatsby's big secret. Daisy's friend, a girl named Jordan, told him. Jordan said that Gatsby knew Daisy a long time ago. This was before Daisy married Tom. It was before Gatsby had lots of money. Gatsby was still in love with Daisy. He never stopped loving her. He bought his very big house and had all his big parties for one reason. He hoped Daisy would hear about them. He hoped Daisy would come to a party one day. The green light Gatsby watched, it was at the end of Daisy's dock, right across the water. Gatsby built his whole world to try to get Daisy back. Gatsby wanted Nick to help him meet Daisy again. Nick said yes. He asked Daisy to come to his little house for tea. He did not tell Daisy that Gatsby would be there. Gatsby came to Nick's house early. He was very, very nervous. He sent so many flowers to Nick's house. It looked like a flower shop. When Daisy came in, Gatsby was so nervous he could hardly speak. It was very quiet for a minute. But then Gatsby and Daisy started to talk. Soon, they were laughing. Gatsby's face was full of joy. He asked Daisy and Nick to come to his big house next door. He showed Daisy all of it, the big rooms, the nice yards, the pool. He even showed her his many stacks of soft, colorful shirts. He threw them in the air. Daisy touched the shirts. Then she started to cry. "They are such nice shirts," she cried. "I am sad because I have never seen such nice shirts." Nick thought Daisy was crying about more than just shirts. Maybe she was thinking about the past. After that day, Gatsby and Daisy spent a lot of time together. Gatsby was so happy he stopped his big parties. Now, Daisy was the only person he wanted to see. He looked at Daisy like she was the most wonderful girl in the world. It seemed like his big dream was coming true. He thought they could forget the past years and be happy like before. But Tom, Daisy's husband, started to see that Daisy was different. He saw how she looked at Gatsby. One very hot day, everyone felt upset. They all drove into the city. Tom, Gatsby, Daisy, Nick, and Jordan. They went to a room in a hotel. The air in the room felt tight and angry like before a big storm. Tom started to ask Gatsby mean questions. He asked Gatsby how he got his money. Tom said Gatsby got his money in bad ways. Gatsby stood up straight. "I did it all for Daisy," he said. His voice was shaking. He looked at Tom. "She never loved you, Tom. She loves me," Gatsby said loudly. Tom laughed a mean laugh. "Did you love me, Daisy?" Tom asked. Daisy looked scared. She looked at Tom and then at Gatsby. I did love Tom once," she whispered. "But I loved you too, Gatsby." Gatsby's face looked very sad. "You ask for too much," he cried. His big dream was breaking. Daisy was very upset. She wanted to go home. Gatsby said he would drive her. They left in Gatsby's big yellow car. Tom, Nick, and Jordan went later in Tom's car. As they drove home, something very bad happened. A woman named Myrtle lived in a poor place by the road. Tom had been secretly visiting Myrtle. Myrtle ran out into the road. She might have thought it was Tom's car coming, but it was Gatsby's yellow car. The car hit Myrtle. It did not stop. Myrtle died there on the road. Later that night, Nick found Gatsby. Gatsby was hiding in the bushes outside Daisy's house. He was watching Daisy's window. He told Nick that Daisy was driving the car when it hit Myrtle, but Gatsby said he would tell everyone that he was driving. He wanted to keep Daisy safe. He still loved her so much. Nick felt very sad for Gatsby. He knew Daisy was not as good as Gatsby thought she was. The next day, Myrtle's husband, George, was very sad and angry. Tom wanted to save himself from trouble. He told George that the yellow car was Gatsby's car. Tom made George think that Gatsby killed Myrtle. He also made George think Gatsby was Myrtle's secret boyfriend. George was mad with sadness. He went and found Gatsby. Gatsby was floating on a raft in his swimming pool. He was still waiting. Maybe he hoped Daisy would call him, but she never did. George shot Gatsby. Then George shot himself. And Gatsby, the man with the big dream, was dead. Nick had to plan for Gatsby to be buried. Almost no one came. All the people from his parties did not come. They did not care about Gatsby. Daisy and Tom left town. They did not send a flower. They did not send a note. Nick thought they were careless people. They broke things and hurt people, then they went back to their money and let other people clean up the mess. After that summer, Nick thought a lot about Gatsby. Gatsby believed in the green light. He believed in a happy future with Daisy. Nick remembered Gatsby reaching for that green light. He was full of hope. Nick knew Gatsby's dream did not come true, and Gatsby got his money in ways that were not always good, but there was something very special about Gatsby. He had so much hope. He loved Daisy so much. He knew how to dream very big. It was a sad story. But Nick was glad he knew Gatsby. He learned that even if dreams don't always end the way we want, it is still beautiful and good to hope and dream with all your heart.
你太棒了，你学完了全部内容，你离英语自由又近了一步，下个视频见。